Super Mario Strikers, another amazing Mario sports game on the GameCube, and this game is incredible. It's up there with Mario Superstar Baseball for me, for some of my favorite Mario sports games of all time, and the GameCube was just filled with incredible Mario sports games. I would eventually like to cover a bunch of the Wii Mario sports games too, because there's some incredible Mario sports games on the Wii library as well. Mario Strikers Charged is amazing, and then Mario Super Sluggers is amazing as well. Mario Sports Mix, like there is some phenomenal Mario sports games on the Wii as well that I would love to cover on this channel eventually. But today we're going to be talking about Super Mario Strikers for the Nintendo GameCube. Now this game, of course, is a soccer sports game, and it is amazing. It's got a very basic, honestly very, very basic roster of characters that you can pick. There's Mario, Luigi, Waluigi, Wario, Daisy, Peach, and Donkey Kong that are all the characters you can start out with. So it's got a very basic roster, and then you choose your sidekicks, which there are Koopas, there's Birdos, there's Hammer Bros, and Toads. So then basically all the sidekicks have different speed, shot, power, and other attributes, as well as the team captains that you pick also have different stats as well associated with them. So some are a little bit stronger than others, and some are quicker than others. Personally, I love just picking Mario or Luigi because they're just all around really, really good characters to pick. And then, honestly, all the sidekicks are different, and it kind of depends what you're going for. The Hammer Bros seem to be unreal a lot of the time. Koopas are pretty good. Toads are good. So here's the character select screen, and then I just chose my sidekick. So I chose Wario and then Birdo, and then basically in the different cups, so the Mushroom Cup, you just play 3 games against there's four teams total, and it's like a tournament bracket. So basically you just have to end up with more points than the other teams. So sudden death losses, if you go past regular time and you're tied, then you go into extra time, and whoever scores first, of course, is the winner. Then I believe you only get 1 point, but if you win the games, then you get 3 points per each win, and if you lose, of course, you get no points. So yeah, it's actually a pretty good breakdown of how they did this game, and it's the same with Mario Strikers Charged on the Wii as well. Now, there is a few gimmicks of this game as well. Like there, I just got a Super Strike goal, so if you get a Super Strike goal and you hold your kick button for long enough, then it'll bring up the Super Strike. Then you have to time 2 button presses with that little bar that shows up, and if you time them perfectly, then you get an instant goal, and it's worth 2 goals. So that's always a good way to go if you have open field and you're able to hold the shoot button long enough without getting tackled by another player from the other team. Then that's also a really, really good strategy to go for that I love doing, is trying to get the Super Strike goals if I have wide open field, just because they are worth 2. So if you got a wide open field and there's nobody on you, then hold down the shoot button and go for the Super Strike goal, and hopefully you get 2 goals in 1. It's definitely a good strategy to go for, and it's difficult to go for sure, especially when you hit the higher difficulties. Like if you're playing on professional or higher, and you're not playing on rookie mode, then rookie mode you can basically just, nobody really tackles you that hard. Like it's definitely easy, and yeah, so it's pretty easy to get Super Strike to load up and try and get the Super Strike goals. But I definitely found with playing on professional or Superstar is a pretty hard difficulty to play on, at least for me, because I don't play this game all that much. It's a fun game to pick up once in a while, right? And I just have a blast playing it just for fun. So professional is definitely a good difficulty for people like me that, aren't playing it all the time. But I have heard that this game still has a pretty crazy competitive community, which honestly, it's a fairly old game, right? Like that's pretty cool that there's still a following on some older games like this, that there's still competitive community, and I just couldn't believe when I heard that. So yeah, apparently there's a pretty competitive community in Super Mario Strikers still. So there we are. I won the Mushroom Cup. So once you win the first cup, I think you just have to play the first cup. You don't even have to necessarily win it. Then you unlock the Flower Cup, which is just 6 teams, so you play 5 games instead of 3, and same thing, tournament bracket style, so based on your total points, and not you don't have to win every single game, you just have to do better than all the other teams and win more than the majority of the teams, or at least play better than the majority of teams, and you should end up winning. So I definitely like the tournament bracket style because there is some games where I just find like the computers are just playing on another level and the goalies don't allow anything in, and it's just crazy. But some games are like that in this game. Like, it doesn't matter how many shots you have on the other team's net or how well you play, it just seems like you just can't score. Like, I don't know what it is, but some games I play on this game are just impossible to score. And it's tough. Like, the difficulty is definitely good, and you can tell it's an older game. Like, it's not an easy game. A bunch of the games from, the early 2000s and older, I found that they were just in general tougher than a lot of the new games today. And this is definitely one of those, like, playing on professional difficulty, it should just be like medium difficulty. It definitely, there's times when it feels like you just can't score, and it's definitely tough for sure. So, but then again, if I was actually better at this game, then it'd probably be easier. Now, the items. I want to talk a little bit about the items, because the items are what makes this game just so hectic. Because if you hit a player that doesn't have the ball, then the other team gets an item that they can use. And there's shells, there's the green shell, red shell, there's the gigantic spiked shell. And it's just crazy, some of the items, and they definitely make it hectic as can be. And they're a cool element to have in these Mario Strikers games, because they definitely add a different element than what you get in a lot of sports games. So they definitely differentiate themselves. A lot of Mario sports games do that with their items. They definitely differentiate themselves from your mainstream, Madden football games or NHL games. So that's definitely cool. It makes it a lot of fun for sure. And of course, the tackling and slide tackling and hitting people is just hilarious. How you can just body check people basically into the electric fence. That's my favorite thing to do, is just hit people constantly into the electric fence. Whenever there's the other team's Koopas running along the side of the fence, I just hit them right into it and they get electrocuted. It's super funny. And definitely, the Mario Strikers games are kind of known for being a little bit hectic and chaotic, so it definitely adds another element. Having an electric fence, you hit someone into that and they get electrocuted. It's funny to see, and it also, it's a good strategy. If someone's running along the fence, you just whack them in there and then you can steal the ball, and it makes it easy. So, but replaying this game now for getting footage for this video, it was so nostalgic, gave me so much good feelings. I had some friends growing up that we used to get so competitive playing this game. Every single time I went over to my one buddy's place growing up, we would just get so competitive at Super Mario Strikers. We would change off and we'd try and beat each other in the grudge matches, just the single matches, and we'd create our own little tournament brackets, and it was so much fun. Definitely a fun game, and can be very, very competitive and lots of fun if you have the right group of friends sitting down and playing this game. So definitely would love to try and get some friends together again, and try and bring back those good old times of playing this game when we were kids and getting super competitive and, chirping each other. It was just so much fun playing these games. And this one is just brings back so much good memories. And I just love how in this game they just make it so hyped up. Like every single time you score, especially I love the Hammer Bros celebration. They're just screaming as they slide across the field. Like every single time you score a goal, I just love it. It makes it that much better. They did a good job of just making it so hyped up every single time you score, especially when you get a super strike goal, like right here with Luigi. Got the super strike goal and he's running along doing the airplane. It's funny. They definitely did a very, very good job with these games. And Mario Strikers Charge is amazing too. And honestly, I would say that one's even more chaotic than this one. But I absolutely love this game. It was the first Mario Strikers game in the whole series. And anyways, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. And if you did, please leave a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you all in the next one.